Let's quickly talk about OSs and whatnot. I deleted the last video because I kind of got away from it, but trying to do two things at once. Windows, Apple, and some of the Linux programs were designed for North America, or I should actually call it Canada, not North America, because technically U.S. and North America both are just names. They're not actually have ever been established. When they refer to the U.S., they refer to it under another name, and that other name, you wouldn't like. Um, Mainly, they said when they refer to it as the other name, it's not a pretty place. If you went there, you'd probably be thrown up, disgusted with yourself, because you actually get to see the U.S. for itself. Right now, you're not looking at the U.S. and what it really looks like. But anyway, let's get talking about the OSs, Linux, Apple, Windows. All these OSs have been modified to be brought here for the purpose of one thing. If you read the last blog and whatnot, you would understand that that they're not whole OSs. They were sent here and told the people, and people signed every time they signed Macintosh with with an Apple logo, that they weren't OSs. People who signed Windows understood this. Anyone who signed whoever read with Linux wouldn't understand it's not a whole OS. It's Canadian. It's not North America. It's not U.S. because U.S. did not work. As far as the U.S. was an island off the coast of the Pacific, Atlantic, without an island sunk, and it was tiny, and it's still being looked into because everything that I know of just appears to me as a lie. It's not the truth, so that's still being investigated. As far as it being stable, I mean, it is stable, but it's just 38% secure, even with other OSs and whatnot. It's not something that I would run a government on at all. The NT, even if you put all the programs together, you'll more likely notice that the NT part that they talk about, the NT platform in Windows, the NT platform is not on residential. I mean, it's the baseline of the platform is used, but as far as the whole program, it's not used. The IT is not totally used on Windows, even in the full OS and whatnot. So to actually get a full OS, you would have to go overseas and get one. Linux is nice, but like I said, Red Hat is nice, but it's not a total OS either. So that's what Steve Jobs was. Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were going after whole OSs and whatnot because they're getting pissed because they couldn't get their hands on one. As far as a Red Hat program, it's not a whole OS. It can be shut down by other methods and means of other programs. Like I said, I'll never bring a full OS here because I'm not looking to lose any of them. So, with all that said, the price tag that they charge for all their computers and the cost of the OS and whatnot, to me, it's not really worth it. And to the standard of the incorrect currency usage, and the incorrect labor setup, and the incorrect way they run this country, because it's directed towards, if you got money. It's not directed towards a lot of it's not directed towards the humanity of people. So I mean, it's definitely what I call a shithole as far as a government, which is a business. It's not a government. as far as them being able to tell the army what to do, they no longer and have never been able to tell the army what to do. So, as far as the army, if they were to leave the U.S., they would have to go to the desert countries. As far as the desert countries, you would have to find out through the government which places that people who haven't murdered or killed anyone would go, because it really is a question to where what is what with the government over there. But that's pretty much it.